Another bad day, another drop points, another bad performance. But this time, we weren't lucky to come out with a victory or some draw. We were very, very poor today. Luckily, we got a draw today because of the penalty and the foolishness of McTominay. But pathetic performance overall. And when Chelsea were close to winning, as always, we'll let it go away. Absolutely horrific. Absolutely horrific defending. And again, if not for Kepa, it could have been 2-0. It could have been 3-0 at a half time. Absolutely ridiculous performance. But before we start, people, please do like on the channel, please subscribe to the video, and please support the channel. People, it means a lot. Please hit the subscribe button and hit the bell notification button for more updates. A very poor display today and a horrific performance in the first half, and we were lucky to come out of it with 0-0. And then after that, Jorginho scored a penalty, but then again, has Chelsea, we just leave. On the post-match thoughts, I always start from the beginning, and the lineup was wrong. It was a horrific lineup. Playing a back three at home against Manchester United, no disrespect intended. United are a good side, but they're not the United they used to be. They're not Manchester City, and we made them look like prime Barcelona. Again, the lineup was wrong. Why did we play back three? I don't know. Big up to Anshul Bhai, big supporter of the channel. Thank you, Anshul Bhai, to be in the chat today. And again, playing a back three. Again, we played a back three with Chalobah, Silva, Cucurella, Chilwell, Aspi, and then is Jorginho, Loftus-Cheek. How is this lineup going to attack? How the heck will they attack? Where was the thinking? How are they going to counter-attack with this? And this is not the anger on the manager. This is not the anger on the manager. Manager is young. These players are not good enough. This is 2022. Aspi is not good enough to be Chelsea's right wing back. This is Chelsea without Reece James. This is Chelsea without N'Golo Kante. How will we survive this season? We struggle to beat an absolutely out of form Aston Villa side. But okay, we won the match with dug in deep. Well done. Title credentials, good. We got a victory, a lucky victory against Crystal Palace. Wow, the players dug in, new mentality. The new manager bounced. Tuchel was bad. Everything was wrong with Tuchel. Tuchel is the worst. Where are those Twitter accounts, you fools? Where are you? And again, this continues with the Chelsea fans. We just overhype everything. We just fall for that. These players, some of them are not good enough to be playing for the club right now. But we always fall under the trap. And again, I'll reiterate, this is not the anger on the manager. This is anger on my own fans. Because we just do not understand anything. Performances happen before, but these guys never step up on the big occasion. This is Chelsea without Reece James and N'Golo Kante. We have been known for a long time. We have been needing a midfielder, but we have really neglected that. And now we are paying the price for that. What nonsense is this? Sickening. Absolutely agreed, Anshul Bhai. And was it a good match, Anshul Bhai? Did it look like a top 6 match? For me, if I'm being very, very honest, that was Burnley against West Ham United. That's how bad it was. We look like prime Burnley today. Chelsea played like prime Burnley. 300 million side assembled is playing like Burnley. That's how we are. This is what happens when you keep sacking manager after manager after manager. You keep signing players without a scouting network. This is what happens. I hope this is a big eye-opener where we have Team R. We made this Manchester United side look like a prime Barcelona. Absolutely shameful. Absolutely shameful. They should have beaten us 3 or 4-0 today. I'm being very honest today. I'm so disappointed. Coming on to the manager first, for me, I have a lot of time for Graham Potter. A lot of time for Graham Potter. He's a new manager. He needs time. My anger is on the previous ownership, Marina Ganaboskia, who got wrong decisions on the transfers and has left us in this mess. She has done some great work, but she left Chelsea in a massive mess. Massive mess. Roman did great work, but the sacking culture really put us back. Really put us back. Then Todd Bowley coming and straight away sacking a manager after 6 matches and spending 300 million on a transfer window without any thinking. It has set us back even further. And now the new manager has come in with pressure of finishing in top 4. He's not able to inculcate his philosophy. He has not got the players who can play his style of football. And he has to again and again play Azpilicueta, Loftus-Cheek, or Loftus-Cheek playing at right wing back, Loftus-Cheek sometimes playing there, where Loftus-Cheek development, we have destroyed it. We have destroyed it. If any ability he has left, we have destroyed it. Because we did not go in the market, we find a backup. This is what Chelsea is. We let Billy Gilmer go. And Todd Bowley, I want to get to Todd Bowley. This guy was going to sack Thomas Tuchel, but he let Billy Gilmer go on permanent. What was the thinking behind that? What was the thinking? And now we are short on midfielders. Zakaria is not liked. Zakaria is not liked by Graham Potter, and now we are struggling. Jorginho got absolutely manhandled in the midfield by Bruno Fernandes, a diver. He got manhandled by Bruno. Absolutely manhandled. Pathetic display by Jorginho. He scored a pen, but I'm not taking that away. His performance was horrific. Aspie was so poor today. I have no words. Anshul by later in the player ratings, you will see what ratings I've given. Because Aspie and Sterling were absolutely ridiculous. They should not start another game for Chelsea. They should not be starting another game for Chelsea. I said it on Ankit's channel, playing Cuckoo and Chilwell was a defensive disaster. For me, Anshul it was not just playing Cuckoo and Chilwell because Cuckoo was taken off in 30 minutes. Disaster was to play Aspilicueta as right wing back. Why don't we play 3-3-4? Why don't we play a hybrid 3-3-4? Where we play Pulisic at the right and we play more attacking. We go for it. This is Manchester United, not Manchester City. This is Marcus Rashford, not Erling Haaland. This is Bruno Fernandes, not Kevin De Bruyne. Why are we giving them disrespect? Why? But we gave them a respect like we were Burnley and they were United. Absolutely horrific. Absolutely horrific tactics today. And this doesn't mean I'm against the manager. I'm fully with my manager. And I hope Chelsea give him time. I'm tired of this sacking. But it doesn't mean I can't criticize what went wrong today. Late subs, losing balls, not many seconds, but just an absolute disaster. Manager got it all wrong. Players were not passionate. They were not going. And what? Anshul bhai, we were having reports were coming out of Chelsea's Twitter big accounts that, oh, players are so happy with the new training regime. Players are happy. Nobody's shouting them for them on the training line. Players are really happy with the training. Players are so happy. We heard the same things when Thomas Tuchel was appointed. We need to change some of this squad. They have mentality of nothing. They don't know what it means to wear this shirt. They knew this when it's Champions League. They knew it when it matters. But when it doesn't matter, they sleep. When it doesn't matter, they sleep. These players have ability. They can win the Champions League, but they only decide which day they want to step up. Is this day I will step up and I'll play well? Oh, this day I will not step up. Only Mason Mount for me, Thiago Silva, Trevor Chalobah, Kepa Arrizabalaga, and you can say somewhat Kovacic are the players which play with mentality, and Reece James and Kante, which belongs to a club like Chelsea. And that is a very scary sign. Very scary sign for future ahead. We need to sign more players. We need to back up more players. Going on, Kepa saves us again. And in the first half, he saved us. That could have been bad. First half could have been Manchester United 3-0 up, Manchester United 4-0 up. It was bad. Rashford missed a very easy chance. He should have just flipped it over Kepa Arrizabalaga. Anthony was absolutely easy chance. That was one of the most easiest chances we will have. Even I'll finish it, and that was a poor finish by Anthony. And Kepa again, other than that, had another good save to make as well. Kepa was very good in the first half. Made a save from Rashford, made a save from Anthony. Anthony missed a sitter. It easily could have been Chelsea 0, Manchester United 3. Very, very poor first half. But the question that's been arising on Twitter is, oh, Mendy would have been tall. Mendy would have saved that Casemiro goal. And Kepa could have done better. That was a very valid header. Is there any criticism for Ben Chilwell, who was marking Casemiro? Is there any criticism of Thiago Silva, who was not marking his man? Why is Kepa being blamed for the goal? That was a very, very valid header. It was also going to be difficult. Is there any question why in the 95th minute Chelsea are allowing a free ball into the box, and how Thiago Silva and Chilwell are sleeping is beyond me. Stop putting the blame on Kepa. He has been saving us for the last 3 games. He saved us 3 points against Villa, 1 point against Brentford, and 1 point today. Kepa has been saving us. If you want to blame someone, blame the defense on the last goal who was sleeping. If you want to blame someone, blame Sterling with a poor display. If you want to blame someone, blame Aubameyang for his poor finishing. If you want to blame someone, blame Jorginho for getting manhandled in the first half. And if you want to blame someone, blame the manager for poor tactics today. But Kepa had a very good game today for me. Whatever media says, I don't believe it. Being happily doesn't mean you can be rubbish on the pitch. Absolutely agreed, Anshul bhai. But our fans absolutely get in that. They think the players have improved. The new manager bounces suddenly going to always save us. It cannot keep going on forever. Chelsea need to become a stable club now. J5 and RLC was so poor. They gave away too many balls and got boarded completely. Especially Jorginho for me. Especially Jorginho. He was manhandled in the first 30 minutes. But once Kovacic came on the pitch, he looked better. And once you can say he got a penalty, that was a good, well-taken penalty. So I'll give him that. Because I was nervous, and David De Gea is a scary keeper. So well done to Jorginho. That was a well-taken penalty. But other than that, that was a very poor display of Jorginho. Again, he was manhandled. and a very disappointing display. I'm being very, very honest with everyone. It was another disappointing display by Jorginho today. Coming on, Sterling. Let's have a bit of chat on Raheem Sterling. Chilwell played Casemiro on. He was only defender header of the attacker. Absolutely agreed. Absolutely agreed. And along with just not that, Anshul Bhai, Chilwell was so weak on the aerials. He should have put more difficulty on Casemiro to get that header, but again he was poor. Chilwell defensively is awful. He's attackingly very good. And now we are stuck. We don't know which formation to play. We don't know how to accommodate the players. And at the moment, as a team, we are really struggling for the personnel and what we want to play. On Raheem Sterling, horrific. Absolutely horrific Raheem Sterling today. I have no words for him. He was disgustingly bad today. He did not do nothing in this whole game and was absolutely awful. Absolutely awful today, Raheem Sterling. Very disappointing performance. His touches were poor. When he got in the box, his touch was poor. His passing was poor. When decision-making came, his decision-making was poor. He could have took some shots, but he went for the pass. Very poor game. And Raheem Sterling is having a very poor time so far at Chelsea. After the Southampton goal, he has been missing. And after that goal in the Champions League, he has gone missing. Sterling, so far, for the money we have paid, has been really disappointing. Now, and with Sterling, I want to give him time. He's a new player at Chelsea, and we must give him time to adapt. But it doesn't mean he has to start every game, and it doesn't mean there cannot be competition for places. Christian Pulisic has been deserving to start for some time. He put a very good display against Wolves. He put a very, very good display when he came on against Brentford. I really don't know why Graham Potter is ignoring him. Why is Pulisic not getting his chances? And I think we need to improve upon, because this was disappointing. Pulisic has been deserving his chance for some time, and we have to give him his chance now, because Sterling was very poor today. And again, he was very, very disappointed today. I'm very disappointed with him. Sterling was so poor in this game. We should have started Pulisic. Agreed. And I don't know why he's not being started until by. I'm really, really stunned. Pulisic must be starting games for Chelsea right now. On our midfielders without Kante, and we are struggling. We are struggling. We have no midfield right now. Our midfield gets bypassed very, very easily. Chelsea right now have no midfield, and we are in a massive, massive trouble. And I think Anshul Bhai will agree with that as well, because Anshul Bhai has also mentioned this sometime. The Loftus-Cheek, Jorginho not good enough for the club, and it's becoming a massive problem. We got absolutely handled by Manchester United players in the first 30 minutes. When it was about Jorginho, Loftus-Cheek, they bypassed. They easily bypassed by Pulisic. Brohan Pulisic should have come at halftime. Absolutely agree. And again, Graham Potter in substitution regard got it wrong, bringing them at 70th minute. That when the game nearly mostly got a draw. Horrific substitution today by the manager. Absolutely horrific. And on the midfield without Kante, we are struggling. We have no counter pressing now without Kante in the midfield. Jorginho is low. Loftus-Cheek is more about physicality but not about pressing. Kovacic is the only one we have got, and we are struggling without Kante. We don't have the same energy in midfield. We don't have the same body in midfield. And with Kante, it used to be like we have 3 people on the pitch in the midfield, but now it looks like we only have 1. We are really struggling in the midfield. We can't even rotate players now. It's between Jorginho, Kovacic, and Loftus-Cheek playing every game. We need to find another player. Zakaria is being not preferred by the manager, Graham Potter. He was not being given chances by Thomas Tuchel. It's a sad time. We need to find a midfielder in January, or else we are in a massive trouble. Our midfield against Aston Villa got easily bypassed by McGinn, Luis. It got easily bypassed by Brentford. Brentford easily got past the Chelsea midfield. Just one long ball, one physical touch, and the ball got used to away to the attacker. Today again, Eriksen and Casemiro absolutely destroyed our midfield, and Bruno absolutely manhandled Jorginho in the first 35 minutes. And if not for Kovacic coming on, this could have been a very bad game. Again and again, our midfield is struggling without Kante. He's a massive mess, and we are really struggling without N'Golo Kante. It's becoming a massive trouble. We don't have backups. Todd Boehly let Billy Gilmour go. Great decision, and we are struggling right now. Zakaria was a poor buy. He was not going to work under any manager. Graham Potter is not giving him chances, and we are struggling right now. We have no options. We literally have no options. We have to go with Jorginho or Kovacic, Jorginho or Loftus-Cheek, Kovacic or Loftus-Cheek. We literally have no options, and right now in the midfield, Chelsea has a short man, and we are really, really struggling for me. Very much struggling right now. Pulisic. Christian Pulisic has been deserving to start for some time now. Very, very disappointed to see him not getting a start. Very disappointing. He has been deserving of a start for some time now, Christian Pulisic. He played very well against Wolverhampton when Brest scored a very, very good goal. After that, Christian Pulisic put a fantastic display against Brentford. A very good substitute appearance. He came, he changed the game, Chelsea finally looked like we'll score a goal, and we dropped him. We dropped him. Why? What does Pulisic have to do to start a game? What has he done in the training ground? Why is he not getting his chances? He has been playing so well under the new manager. I really don't know what's going on. Pulisic is a player who has been playing very well for us for some time. I really don't know why the new manager is not giving him chances, and Thomas Tuchel was also ignoring him. I really don't know why. Because Christian Pulisic so far under the new manager has played very well. He has played every game well. He was fantastic against Wolves, scored a beautiful goal. He was very good against Brentford, came on, he changed the game for us. I really liked his performance today. He was wonderful. But I don't know why he's not being given chances. Sterling was absolutely stinking the pitch. He was absolutely awful. Absolutely awful. We should have substituted Sterling at halftime and brought Pulisic. As Anshul Bhai says here, that Broha and Pulisic should have come at halftime, but we brought them at 75th minute. Absolutely horrific match today from Potter as well. I love the new manager, but the new manager got a lot of things wrong today. A lot of things wrong. We cannot deny that. And why after going goal we don't keep possession? Why do we keep kicking the ball out like playing at school? And why no calm? Because we have no leaders in Chulbai. We have no leaders. We have no experience in Chulbai. We conceded a 95th minute goal against Tottenham Hotspur. We nearly conceded a goal against West Ham when Cornet hit the bar. We have been riding a luck this season. Against Brentford as well, we were lucky in last some games as well. In the last some minutes, they were creating chances. Ivan Toney was through in the last match, and if not for the bad first touch, Brentford could have scored in the 80th minute. We just don't have the mentality. We don't know what to do. We don't have the mentality and leaders to get off of the situation. This side is absolutely bereft of confidence. The side is really not having players, leaders. The leaders that we have, Aspilicueta, Jorginho, are really not playing well right now. And it's only Thiago Silva or nothing. And then you've got a young player in Chalobah. You've got Chilwell, who is not performing well. And then you've got Aspilicueta, who is not performing well. You've got a non-existent midfield of Jorginho. And then you've got front three, which are not on form and pressing. So this side became scary. They were scared that if we attack, United will score a goal. And they went in their shadow. They went away and they allowed United to attack. And they conceded a goal. Finally, they succumbed under pressure. Very disappointing for them. And I'm very, very gutted. But again, is this surprising, Anshul Bhai? Oh, really not. It's not surprising. Going on, now the Chelsea's player rating out of 10 people. Please, people watching, do subscribe to the channel. It means a lot to me. And please participate in the live chat and do give your player ratings of the players that will come by, and we'll discuss on them in a very good way, people. So starting off with the goalkeeper. Hello, Bhaiya, joining after ages. So good to see you back, Danish Bhai. It's so good, so happy to see you, Danish Bhai. And your side is playing some great football, Danish Bhai. Manchester United are on a roll and you're playing great football, Danish Bhai. So big up to you and thank you so much, Danish Bhai, for joining. And on Kepa Arrizabalaga, for me, he deserves an 8 today. For me, Kepa was the reason we were in the game. He was the player that's kept us in the game today for me. Kepa had a very, very good performance in the first half. On the Rashford save, that was a very, very good save. He was very good with his sweeping as well. He came out well today, and I was happy with Kepa's performance. He is the player that's really got us going right now and has been the best player under Graham Potter along with Mount, and he's been really performing well. Mendy right now, it does not look like he has any way to come back to the lineup, and Kepa has been playing very well so far. So I think that people start to put more respect on Kepa, and he has been playing really, really good so far. Now, many people online and overall are criticizing Kepa. Oh, he should have got a better hand. He should have saved that. That was not savable. If you want to criticize someone, please criticize Silva or Chilwell for allowing that header. It was a tough save and Kepa made no mistake from that. He had a very good game and it is an 8 for me as well. Kepa was very good, 8 for me too. Absolutely agreed, Anshul Bhai. And now, going to the first defender, we played a back three, which is Trevor Chalobah. And Trevor Chalobah for me had a good game today. He was very good with interceptions. He really won the ball well. He defended well against Manchester United. And I think Trevor Chalobah is really impressing in his performances. And the stat is, whenever Trevor Chalobah plays for Chelsea, we never lose a game. We never lose a game when Trevor Chalobah plays. So I'm so happy to see Trevor Chalobah. I'm so happy to see him back. And he's really playing some very good stuff as well. So well done, Trevor. And he's really developing. And right now, even a Koulibaly or even a Fofana, it will be difficult to come back for them in the side once Fofana comes back. Trevor was the best defender today on and off, and 8 for me. Agreed, Anshul Bhai. For me, it's a 7 because I do think there was some sloppiness from him. But I do agree he was one of the better defenders for us today as well. Now, going to Thiago Silva, for me, he deserves a 7 as well because I think he was still fine. Thiago Silva still made some good interceptions. He was aware of his surroundings as well. And again, Thiago Silva was again tested a lot by United team, and I think he did a good job. Again, I think Thiago Silva did a good job today. Again, he's a pure leader, and he's a player who's really playing well for us so far. And I think Thiago Silva had a very good game for me today. He was calm, and it was not savable. If Kepa could have saved it, it was Kepa who kept United at zero till the moment. He was brilliant. Absolutely agreed, Anish bhai. Absolutely agreed. Kepa was fantastic today, but I really don't know what goes are in the fans and why we really make a mockery of a keeper who is really playing well so far. So for me, Silva deserves a 7. He had a fine game, and for me, he did a very, very good job today, Thiago Silva. And now, going on to the next player, Silva is the only one defender Chelsea is considered good as job. Agreed. I will not even say this. I will say Anshul Bhai is only consistent player at Chelsea who mostly always gives you a 7 out of 10 performance, and that is a rare thing for Chelsea players right now. Going on to the next one, that is Cucurella, and I think he was taken off, and I think it was a bit harsh on him. I think he did not have a good game, but he did not have a bad game. I think he did fine, and I think he did not do much bad today. So for me, he deserves a 6 for me. Chelsea missed Reece James. Luke Shaw wasn't challenged like Darlow was on the side. Absolutely agree, Danish Bhai. But again, it's our own mistake, Danish Bhai. In the market, we should have found a replacement for Reece James, but we did not find it, and now we are paying the price for that. You have to find a backup for important positions. Like for Arsenal, it's about Thomas Partey. For, you can say, Manchester United, it's about keeping Casemiro fit. For Liverpool, it's about keeping Salah or Van Dijk fit. Every team has a player they have to keep fit. And Chelsea, we should have found a backup. Why was Cucurella subbed off? Because our midfield was absolutely getting slaughtered for me for weeks, and we had no other option but to take Cucurella off and shift to a back four. This is why he was taken off. I don't know why we do this with Cuckoo. He's a good player. I agree, Anshul Bhai. But Anshul Bhai, the problem was who else could have come off? Which else player we could have brought off? That was the problem. We were getting manhandled in midfield, and that is why we had to bring Kovacic on. And the only player we could have taken off was Cucurella, which is sad. And again, I'm very sad what's happening with him. But he was the only option to have taken off Anshul Bhai. And in my opinion, that Cucurella sub was on point. Till that, United was dominating. Potter got extra man in midfield. And agreed, Danish Bhai, that is the only thing I think Potter got spot on in the team. Other than that, Graham Potter today had a horrific day on the pitch. Absolutely horrific management today from him. And I love Graham Potter, but today was a bad day from him as well. And Cucurella can play in midfield. I don't think so for weeks. I don't think so. I think he will struggle in midfield. He's a player who is more of a left back, and I don't want to see him in the midfield for me. But again, at Chelsea at the moment, we are really in a crisis. So if you can really play, I wouldn't mind that. I'll have him over right now, anyone we've got. And change was visible after that sub. Chelsea played better after that. Absolutely agreed, Danish Bhai. But I do think that Anthony had a sitter, and if Anthony finishes chance, the game changes. United destroyed us in the first half, and that easily could have been Chelsea 0, Manchester United 3, Chelsea 0, Manchester United 4 in the halftime. We were horrific in the first half, and if not for Kepa Arrizabalaga, it could have been a very bad scoreline for me in the first half. Zakaria is a physical player, and why is he playing? I don't know. I really don't know, Football Weeks, why is he not getting chances? I really don't know. Thomas Tuchel was also not giving him chances. Now Graham Potter is also not giving him chances. I'm myself absolutely perplexed, Football Weeks, and I'm feeling really, really sad for him right now because he deserves some chances to play. People watching, please, it doesn't take much. Hit on the like button, hit on the subscribe button, and please support the channel, people. It means a lot to me as well. Chelsea has a strong team on the bench than first team. I don't know why the subs were so late. Absolutely agreed, Anshul Bhai. I myself don't know, Anshul Bhai. Our team, the substitute team, looked much better than the first team. Pulisic, Broha, Ziyech, you have players like Kovacic on the bench. The team was better on the bench than on the start, and that is a big, big problem right now for Chelsea. We have too many players, but we have players at the same level. That is the problem. Manchester City have players fighting for the positions. Chelsea have players to show who is more mediocre, and it's really becoming a concern for us. Going on, Anthony has very weak right foot. Absolutely agree, Danish Bhai. But overall, Danish Bhai, when he gets on the left foot, he's really a beauty to watch. That left foot of him is a beauty to watch. And Anthony is really looking a very, very scary player. And I told everyone that Anthony is going to be a great signing for United. And I think United have done a great work in the transfer window. Eriksen, Casemiro, Anthony, great window by United. So big up to them for that as well. And Zakaria is type of player which you need right now in midfield. But the problem is, for weeks, I also want to see him, but I don't know why the manager is not playing him. What's really going on? Like, is he not training well? Is he not Potter? Potter doesn't like him. What's going on? But the problem is neither Thomas Tuchel trusted him, neither Graham Potter is trusting him, and now he's on to Todd Bowley. Then why did we sign him? If the manager did not want him, why did we sign him? So again, it's so confusing with Chelsea. And Sterling, pathetic. Absolutely horrific. And you were right, Football Weeks. He is going to be a frustrating player, but I still back him. I still back Sterling to come good for us, but Sterling really needs to improve upon, or else the fans will slowly start getting on his back. Chelsea fans, we are not very patient. I will be patient. Most of the fans will be patient, but most of us are not patient. And the thing is, Raheem Sterling has to improve. He came with a big reputation. He came with a big price tag. He's earning some massive wages. He's one of the bigger players in the team. He has to start performing well. Going on to the next one, that is the Capitano Cesar Azpilicueta, and he was horrific today. Absolutely horrific today. He was toasted by Jadon Sancho. He was caught up position a lot of times defensively. Attackingly, Cesar was very poor today. The crossing was not up to the mark. His passing was not up to the mark. And it was a poor display. It only shows the difference of quality Chelsea have when we go from Reece James to Azpilicueta. Is a big concern, and we need to start finding backups because we are really going to struggle in this. Any update on Varane? At the moment for me, Danish bhai, I have no update, but I'm very sad for him, Danish bhai. I'm very sad for him. And I pray to God that he gets fine and well. No player wants to miss the World Cup. And I'm really sad for him. It was emotional and sad. And I wish everything goes well with him as well. This is the reason we are annoyed with Sterling. I agree. I absolutely agree. Cucurella can play right back, I suppose. But I think the problem is he will be an inverted right back for about weeks. So that won't work for Chelsea. And Cucurella attackingly is not very good, if I'm being very honest. What Chelsea need immediately is Leao for the left and Cuckoo being striker for creativity, one DM to control the pace of the game, and a good backup for Reece James. Absolutely agreed, Anshul Bhai, but the problem is this cannot happen by January because I don't think we can find a good midfielder in January. Your players like Rice, your players like Bellingham, we will not be able to find them. A player like even finding a natural DM like Alvarez. Will Ajax really sell him to us? I don't think so in January. And Leao, Milan is not selling him in January. And Cuckoo, I think Leipzig is not letting him go in January. So, to be really honest, bar Jose Guardiola, who might also come next summer, who will be right back, I just can't see Chelsea finding anyone unsure by in January. It's going to be a big problem for us. And now, Cesar, I think Cesar was very poor today. Cesar had a very poor game today. Let's be brutally honest. At right side, he's not providing us a lot attackingly. Defensively, he has been poor. And I'm very disappointed with Cesar. I love him to bits. He's the captain of Chelsea. He's a leader. But he has been very disappointing this season. Going on, Jorginho, and people will say scored a goal. And that is why I'm giving him a 6. But Jorginho was poor. He was absolutely poor today. He was manhandled by Bruno the Diver Fernandes. He was manhandled. And sorry, Danish bhai, if you're in the chat, that's just a joke. But overall, pathetic from Jorginho. Absolutely pathetic. I think Danish bhai will remember, Anshul bhai will remember, the chance that Anthony had was because of Jorginho being manhandled by Bruno. Pathetic performance and was saved by penalty and Kova coming on. Absolutely pathetic performance of Jorginho today. I love him to bits. He's a good player for Chelsea, has done well for us. But right now, he's not good enough to start for Chelsea. And we need to find another midfielder. We need to have a proper DM in this team. Because I love Jorginho. But whenever Jorginho plays and he has no Kante, we get exposed. We get exposed badly. I'm very sorry. I love Jorginho. But when we have no Kante, Jorginho is a big liability in midfield. I'm very sorry. And as we had a nightmare defensively and poor crossing, absolutely agreed, Anshul bhai. And our first priority should be sell Cristiano Ronaldo and get a striker. Martial can be that guy, but it's too injury prone. Absolutely agreed. I think United will be better off letting Ronaldo go, terminating his contract, and bringing a striker who can play well with his feet, like what Gabriel Jesus does for Arsenal. But right now, Erik ten Hag is building a very good side, and not many sides can come to Stamford Bridge and destroy us. Manchester United should have won today 3 or 4-0, and they were fantastic today. Anshul also agrees with me. Jorginho was bad. Absolutely horrific, and the penalty only saved his rating today. Otherwise, I would have given him 4 today because he was horrific. Going on to the next player now. That is Ruben Loftus-Cheek. And Ruben Loftus-Cheek was very disappointing today for me. He deserves a 6 because he was better of the lot, but he was disappointing today. Attackingly, Ruben doesn't offer us much. His passing was not right. His touches in the box were not fine. Very disappointing with him as well. And Loftus-Cheek was very bad today for me for the ability he has at his natural position. Defensively, I was happy with him, but attackingly, he was just absolutely awful attackingly. His passing in the final box was not good. His decision-making was bad. And Loftus-Cheek has really regressed when it comes to his attacking. And it's a big disappointment. And Bruno does dive unnecessarily. So Danish agrees with that as well. And now going on to the next player, that is Chilwell. Poor. And since he has come back from the injury, he has not been the Chilwell we know. Guys, let's be brutally honest, we need to give him a bit of time because that injury was horrific. We should have known, like Van Dijk at Liverpool, no player comes back the same player they were when the injury happens. We need to cut a bit of slack with Chilwell, but the problem is right now, Chilwell is not playing well. Chilwell was not playing well. He was useless, offered nothing. I think I agree with you on Chilwell, but I only give him a 6 because I think at some times he had to carry Jorginho's burden. I think he had to save Jorginho a lot of times when Kovacic was not on the pitch. This is why I give him a 6. Straight by one suggestion, you should be opposition team rating as well. I will do it as well. I will try to do it as well, Football Queeks. I will try that. If I get responses, I will do it as well. So thank you for that as well. And Chilwell was bad. A 5 for me too, because I was very disappointed for him. I was very disappointed by him. But I will say one thing to the people, we need to have a bit of calmness with him. He's coming back after a very serious injury. You saw with Van Dijk as a player has declined. Van Dijk was once one of the most scariest defender in the world. And now he's just, you can say, a shadow of that. We need to understand when players get these serious injuries, they do not come back to the player we know. And this is why Chilwell is not coming back to the player we know. He needs time, he needs place. But right now, at least defensively, he's been really horrific and he's making some basic mistake which he needs to correct. And Kepa was brilliant, but except the penalty, Chelsea players never challenged DG. Absolutely agreed, Danish bhai. Absolutely agreed. I think if I'm being very honest, United destroyed us. United outplayed us at Stamford Bridge. And this is a big surprise because the matches we have played against Manchester United, even the 4-0 defeat, we were the better team. But this is the first time I can say in last some years, United have humiliated us. This scoreline could easily have been Chelsea 1, Manchester United 3. We were absolutely horrific today and we cannot hide from that. We just cannot hide from that. Now, going on Mason Mount, I think he was fine. Not great, not bad. But I just want to ask people in the chat as well. Please, people watching, do subscribe to the channel and like the video. It means a lot to me. It will make my day. So please do it, people. And starting off, first of all, with Mason Mount. Please, people, just tell me, is he being overplayed? Are we burning him out? Why do we not give him one rest? He played on Wednesday. He's playing Saturday. He will play Tuesday. Are we burning Mason Mount down to the ground? Are we really destroying another good talent at Chelsea? We're again going to injure a talent. Just like Reece James, are we overplaying a player and then causing him an injury? Mason Mount is being overplayed and we are burning him out and we are going to get him injured. We have to stop. We have to stop. This is a human, and we play him every 3 days. Why have we paid 60 million for Pulisic, 80 million for Havertz, 35 million for Ziyech to sit on the bench and hit toffees? Why are we not really rotating the squad? Why? Mason Mount has really burning out. We are burning out a great talent. He does not even get a rest, and then you have trolls on internet going on, Mount is not good, Mount is this, Mount is that. Mount is the best Chelsea player along with James. But we are not giving him a rest. We are burning him out. We're absolutely burning him out. There's a limit to a player playing. How much do we play him? Are we going to injure his legs now? Why are we playing him again and again? Can we not give him a rest? Just a one match rest. Why are we so much overplaying him? I'm worried for him. This is getting at a bad level now. The World Cup is coming. The guy has no rest now. He starts every game for Chelsea. Then he will start every game for England. Then he will come back. Then he will start every game for Chelsea. We're going to injure a great talent. We have so many players. Why we don't bring some freshness? Why did Broha did not start? Why did we not substitute Mount and brought a Gallagher? Why we cannot change the game? Why was Graham Potter so stubborn today? Mount was terrible in the game. 5 for me. But he's playing too much, Anshul bhai. He's playing too much. Football Queeks, bro. Every fan should accept one thing. Team can't win every game. Also, City is miles ahead of us. Absolutely agreed for me. I absolutely agreed. I noticed the confidence in Chelsea forward after Varane. I do agree with that. I think once Varane went off, the players started thinking they can get a goal. But even after that, they were awful. Not sure about Mount, but Dalot is being overused as well. But Danish, by the same with United and Chelsea, we don't have backups. But the problem is we have Mount backup. You have no backup for Dalot. Chelsea at least have players like Ziyech, players like Gallagher, players like Broha. We can give him rest. United cannot give Dalot rest. That's the difference. The problem is we can give Mount a rest. We still overplay him. This is where he's crossing a line. I think United feared City. Otherwise, United could have given competition. I think it was not that. I think Danish will agree with me on this one. That match United were coming after a 4-match winning run. So they went with that confidence. In the Chelsea game, they were more careful after what happened against City. But let's be honest, we still would have beaten United. Chelsea is a very poor team, but which is saved by the mentality to win and grinding of results. We are a very, very poor team right now, but we do know how to get results because of DNA of winning, and this is why we are getting after results. Because this season, Chelsea has been very, very poor so far. We have to overhaul for RB Salzburg with Connor, Pulisic, Groh, and Carney starting. Absolutely agreed. And Carney has been impressing me, Anshul Bhai. Carney is looking a damn good player, and I'm enjoying his performances. And coming on to Sterling, absolutely horrific. He was absolutely horrific today. Absolutely horrific. I literally have no words for him because he was absolutely horrific. Very disappointing. I'm absolutely disappointed in him. In the end, it was Fergie time goal, agreed. But to be honest, Anish bhai, that was a Fergie performance as well. You destroyed us at Stamford Bridge. You absolutely came and bossed us at Stamford Bridge. And along with that, I also want to say one thing. There's some reports also coming up as well. And along with that, I will say Sterling, very disappointing. Very disappointing as well. Very disappointed with Raheem Sterling. He's really disappointing so far. See, people, I really want to be calm with him. He's a player I really want to give some big chances. He's a player who is still a very good player on his day. And he's very disappointed for me. Really disappointing for me. And Raheem Sterling, I trust him. He's a new Chelsea player. I have to give him time. We all have to give him time. But as Anshul Bhai says, he was terrible. For me, I will say one thing. Sterling runs into the box. And then remember, there's no KDB to pass. Just kidding. But agreed. Agreed. At City, he used to have 10 chances a game to finish something. 5 chances a game. 2 chances a game. At Chelsea, he's not going to get that. At Chelsea, he will only get 2 chances a game, 3 chances a game, and he does not capitalize on them. He has missed so many sitters this season. His decision in the final box are not good. When he has to pass, he shoots. When he has to shoot, he passes, and he's been very disappointing. I think I still trust Raheem Sterling. I think Raheem Sterling, there is a very good player in Raheem Sterling. He's a very talented player. He's very good on his day. But sometimes a player is out of form. You drop him, you show him there's a competition for places, and you bring him back. The problem is, he's a big character in the dressing room. He's earning 350k wages per week. He's a leader in the dressing room, and this is why the manager is afraid to drop him. Otherwise, right now, I trust Raheem Sterling, and Raheem Sterling, mark my words, will score at least 15 goals this season and will finish his Chelsea career with 60-70 goals. He's going to be amazing player for Chelsea, Raheem Sterling. This guy will be amazing player for Chelsea, but right now, he's horrific, and right now, it's better to give him a rest, let him have some time and show him some competition, and play Pulisic and Broha. Show him this is Chelsea Football Club. You come here, you will have to earn your chance. And I think Raheem Sterling came with the attitude that I am the number 1 player in this team, and this is why he has been struggling really so far. And Aubameyang, first trust was rebel, absolutely agreed. And Aubameyang was disappointing. He should have finished his chances today. I think the scuff shot should have better, and the chance by Aubameyang, he should be doing better. A player like Aubameyang really using a feet when he should be using a header. Aubameyang was very disappointing today. But he's a player, I want to give him time. He has been mostly good for us, Danish bhai. Aubameyang has been really good for us so far. You can allow a player one bad display. So I think it was a bad display, off day for Aubameyang. But so far, he has been good for Chelsea when he has come. Played well against Milan, played well against the Palace match as well. And I've been very impressed with Aubameyang and his attitude as well. Now, going on, Kovacic, and I think Kovacic was the one who changed the game. Kovacic is the player that came on the pitch and changed the game for all of us. That is a big thing. I think he came and he changed the game in Chelsea's favor. The only complaint that I have with Kovacic, the only complaint is just about that penetrative passes. That is the only thing I will say. That is the only disappointing thing I will say. But other than that, Kovacic was awesome. He was absolutely awesome today. I really respect him. He's Chelsea's one best midfielder with Kante. He is Chelsea's Rolls Royce. Without him, we are a very different set. I really don't know why he did not start this game. He was fantastic today. Wow. Absolutely wow. Kovacic came on, changed the game against Brentford. Otherwise, we lose that game 2-0, 3-0. And today he again came. He got Chelsea the control. And I think when he came on the pitch, we started having more of the ball. Otherwise, United would have destroyed us in the first half. Kovacic is a big player for us, but the only problem is we just cannot give him rest. And when we play him overly, he gets injured. That is the only problem. Because Kovacic is Chelsea's one of the most important players for me. And I love Kovacic. I love Kovacic to bits. And now going to Pulisic, I'm very sorry, people. And Please, people who are watching, please subscribe to the channel, like the video. It will mean a lot to me, people. And Pulisic, for me, he had very less time to prove himself today. The manager, for me, got it wrong. Let's be brutally honest. Pulisic, Broha should have been brought earlier. I think Graham Potter got it wrong. And this is where I think he made a mistake. Pulisic should have come earlier. I think he did not come earlier, and that was a mistake by Graham Potter, because I think he could have came and he would have made an impact. Pulisic had very less time on the pitch, so you cannot be critical of him. I think he came on the pitch, he did a good job. He was in the spaces, getting the ball well, and I think he should have been brought at halftime. He should have been brought in for Sterling at halftime, and that was a mistake by the manager Graham Potter. I think Chelsea will go for Ronaldo in January. No. Why for me is football, please, we've already signed Aubameyang. Now I don't think we'll go for Ronaldo, because we have signed Aubameyang. Now we'll go for Nkunku or Liao, but they will only come in summer. So sadly, I cannot see much activity by Chelsea, bar you can say Edison Alvarez. Bar that, I really cannot see much activity by Chelsea. So, going on to the next player, Chukwuemeka, and I'm enjoying this guy. He's a very good young player. I'm enjoying his performances. He's looking a talented guy, and I'm enjoying watching Chukwuemeka so far. He's looking a good talent. People, I'm really enjoying his performances. I want to ask Danish Bhai, Anshul Bhai, Football Tweaks, and people in the chat, how did you make of his performance? Because I'm enjoying Chukwuemeka. He's looking good on the ball. His pace is looking good. He's really making the right runs in the box. And I'm enjoying really watching him. He's been really good since he has come on. I want to see him play more. He's a really good, clever player. I'm really enjoying his performance. He looks like a smart signing by Chelsea. A smart future signing by Chelsea. And he's really looking good so far. So I'm really enjoying Chukwuemeka. And he's a player that was so good for us. And wow. And people, there's a report that's come out. Graham Potter says Mateo Kovacic changed the game for Chelsea and is playing through a knee injury, and he still came on. That's even more scarier, that knee injuries are going on and on. But Chukwuemeka is a big relief for us. And if he can become a big part of us, then wow, because he's a fantastic player. Absolutely fantastic player for me. And I'm loving this new young kid. Chukwuemeka, Kasedai, Omar Hutchinson. I think Chelsea are building a very good future, and I'm really enjoying that as well. So I think I'm very happy with the performance of Chukwuemeka today. A good young guy, a guy that can do a lot for us as well. Broha did well to earn the penalty, but McTominay was, I'm sorry, idiot. What was McTominay doing? I'll ask Danish Bhai. What an idiot thing to do at that time. Absolutely pathetic by McTominay, and it gave Chelsea the chance to score. And I think Broha's physicality brings a lot to us. But other than that, he had very less time, so I cannot give him a rating more than 6 in my opinion. Now, let's go towards the manager. 5 for me today. I love Graham Potter. He's a new Chelsea manager. I back him to bets. But people, he was poor today. His decisions today were very poor. I did not understand them. I really did not understand what he's trying to do. Chukwuemeka is good. But one thing fans should understand is he can make mistakes. Absolutely agree. Danish Bhai is spot on here. We need to give young players time. But the thing, Danish Bhai, I will say is when a player has a talent and he has a drive to succeed, you will give him time. For me, I'm enjoying watching Chukwuemeka, so I'm ready to give him time for development. But it's up to the manager to play him and for the fans to be calm with him. I know things aren't good, but don't want him to join Chelsea or any other rival. Also, he's in the same Ronaldo used to score for fun. Agreed. Absolutely agreed. But I will still say Danish Bhai, at least in the box, he can do a good job for any team in the world. But he hasn't got the pace, so we need to play. Other way to help him as well. So that's not going to really work. On Graham Potter, I think Graham Potter had a very poor game today. He had a very poor game as a manager today. Wrong lineup, excessively defensive, but did the right thing, had the guts to substitute Cucurella and bring Kovacic on, bring Chelsea back into the game. But once he kept Sterling Aubameyang on the pitch till 70th minute, it was horrific by Potter. Horrific. And when substitutions came late, Manchester United really grew in dominance. And sadly, the result is disappointing and the manager deserves a 5. Why I won't give him less than that? He's a new manager, he needs time. But the lineup was wrong. The substitutions, bar Kovacic, was wrong. And that is why I think Graham Potter deserves a 5 in this game for me. So now, just on the final discussion on the game, just a final discussion, people. So people watching, please subscribe to the channel. Please like the video. It means a lot to me, people, and it doesn't take much. Just on the final discussion on the game, the final post-match thoughts on the game before we end the video. So please subscribe to the channel, people. It will mean a lot to me as well. And I will say one thing. It was a very disappointing. Broha packed him. He fall for the trap. Absolutely agree, Danish Bhai. And for me, I will say one thing. Before the game, formation and late subs and bad decision by Potter. Absolutely agreed, Anshul Bhai. And on my final thoughts on the game, people, just my final thoughts. I think the match started. I was very confident before the match. I thought Manchester United developing side. Chelsea can really, really take advantage of them. I really thought that they can do a good job today, Chelsea. But we came with a negative mentality. We came with a mentality to contain. We came with a mentality like an underdog. We came with a mentality of being scared. And that's what everybody went wrong. United came with a mentality of with a philosophy. They came with a mentality of a victory against Tottenham. They were confident. They dominated us from start to finish. They should have got a 3-0 lead, 4-0 lead at halftime. But thankfully, Kepa was there and Anthony and Rashford missed sitters. After that, you can say Kovacic came on at 37th minute. He brought the change, and it was good on Graham Potter to bring him early. And then we went on halftime, has 1-1, 0-0. So we were lucky in that. Second half started, we controlled the game better, and it was a more even game. But again, we were not able to do anything in the final box. Then thanks for Scott McTominay, pathetic, absolutely what he was doing. And Chelsea got a penalty. We scored. Everybody thought, happy days, Chelsea is winning a match. We are beating Manchester United in 5 years. Never happened. We conceded a 95th minute goal. Thiago Silva sleeping on his man. Chilwell sleeping on his man. And that's where United scored. And very poor thing. We conceded a late goal against Tottenham. We conceded a late goal today. As a team, we are not learning. We are not learning. Another draw, disappointing results. And under Graham Potter, we have now got 11 points in 5 games, which is very good. But the performances have been very bad. I'm still positive on the side. I want to give new manager time. But the top 4 is only going to get difficult and difficult. We need to pluck out results. And conceding 94th minute goals is not going to help that. So this is why I'm very disappointed. Before Spurs game, I wanted 4 points of Spurs Chelsea combined, and I think United have done a great job. They have done a great job, and they are looking a fantastic Senator Ten Hag. We got 1 point. We could have lost. We could have won. But one thing I'm happy that United used to drop shoulders after going 1-0 down. But today the intensity was there. Agreed. I think United overall, for me, Danish bhai, even if you lost it, the way you played, you destroyed us. I think if you have a better finisher, if you have a striker who can finish in the box, you could have been 2-3-0 up at halftime. And once you get that, you would have beaten Newcastle. If you had a clinical striker, you would have thrashed Tottenham Hotspur 4 or 5-0. And Shrey Bhaiya, do you miss Tuchel? I think for me, Danish bhai, I will say that I respect the new manager and I'm now fully on the new manager, but I will always miss him. That guy won us the Champions League. He was sacked in the last minute. Pathetic sacking, really did in a bad way. So for that, I won't forgive Chelsea. And at Chelsea, whenever you attach yourself with the manager, he gets sacked. So overall, that is only sadness, and I always miss him. But now we have to back the new manager. So sadly, we also have to move away from that. And on that note, people, I end the video. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you, Anshul Bhai, Danish Bhai, Football Tweaks, for coming in the chat, supporting the channel. Thank you so much, people. It means a lot. And people watching, please do subscribe to the channel. Please like the video. It means a lot. Thank you, everyone. Hope you have a great day. Thank you so much.